So, hello children, here we are studying chemistry standard 9 and we are studying about certain laws. You see, how does chemistry goes? We have certain molecule compounds over here and their molecular formula is written like sodium sulfate will react with calcium chloride to give calcium sulfate and sodium chloride. Copper sulfate will react with magnesium to give magnesium sulfate and copper. Now, during a chemical reaction, what happens, atoms rearrange themselves and combine chemically and form newer substances. However, the atoms will not change. Only thing is they are rearranged in a different way. So, no new element is formed in a chemical reaction. That is very important. No new element is formed during a chemical reaction. The elements from which newer elements are formed are the substances from which newer elements are formed are called reactants, and the substances from which newer compounds are formed are called reactants, and the newer compounds or substances formed are called products. So here sodium sulfate and calcium chloride are reactant, calcium sulfate and sodium chloride are product. Here copper sulfate and magnesium are reactant, magnesium sulfate plus copper are product. Did you understand? So this is the first and the most important thing of a chemical reaction. So now let us go to the next part. Antoine Lavoisier, he said, in a closed system, if we check a chemical reaction, then he said that the sum of the mass of the reactant is always equal to the mass of the product. The sum of the mass of the reactant is always equal to the mass of the product. You check in the list, if I take copper sulfate and magnesium in a closed system and then we react to magnesium, then they react with each other, then magnesium sulfate will be formed and copper will be formed. So the sum total mass of the reactant will be equal to the sum total mass of the product. This is known as law of conservation of mass, and therefore when you see in the second reaction, I have balanced, because this particular, I have balanced the reaction. See, sodium over here, there are two atoms, so in the product there were, if I don't balance it, then there was only one atom of sodium. So why balancing is needed? To justify and to actually affirm the law of conservation of mass. That mass can neither be created nor destroyed, they can change forms. So that is very important, and therefore whenever there is here there is a very big basic concept about law of conservation of mass, and a very simple numerical, if I try to tell you through a very simple numerical, then you will understand it better, that when you are using any chemical reaction for numericals, try to understand what I mean to say. Suppose there is a reaction, we know methane reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. Plus water. Methane reacts to form oxygen and carbon dioxide plus water. Alright, did you all understand? Now a question comes, how much of methane is needed? How much of methane is needed to give, say for example, how much of methane is needed to give, say for example, 72 grams of water? Now here what we do is, when we are doing, now the question is methane reacts with oxygen to give carbon dioxide and water. So how much of methane is needed to give 72 grams of water? This is the question. (72 grams of water). Alright, so let us see. Now let us try to go about this reaction. Alright, so what we do here, we see CH4, O2, CO2 and H2O. There are 4 hydrogens, so I balance it over here and I check if everything is right. So there is one carbon, okay, 4 hydrogen, but there are 4 oxygens. Why? Balance it. So first step in any chemical reaction is to balance, and once you have balanced, you have justified the law of conservation of mass. And now we can go ahead very easily to solve this. The molar mass of methane is 16 and that of, now water is 18, so 2 water molecules, so 2 into 18, that means 36 grams, and here I can write 16 grams. So to get 36 grams of water, we have to burn 16 grams of methane. So to get 72 grams, I can easily say, to get 36 grams, I can apply unitary method, 36 grams of water, we burn 16 grams of methane. To get 72 grams of water, we burn 16 by 36 into 72. So this is how much? 32 grams. So we need 32 grams of methane. That is what, justify the law of, conservation of mass, and the application over here you can see. Thank you.